Welcome to the Pretty Red ENT Show. It's your girl, Goddess Nikita, aka Pretty Red ENT herself, and you are now tuned in to the Pretty Red ENT Show. I wish I had like a little red light and it'd be like, "Ooh, you're in a Pretty Red ENT Show," but today's just me with this blue light on. I really think I am so funny, guys. Like, I am not lying to y'all. Like, I really think I'm one of the most funniest people ever. And it's so funny that I say that because some guys think I'm really funny and some women do too. But mainly guys, they be like, "Man, I did not know you was that funny." Like, I'm like, "Man, it's the corny funny." But it's funny though. To me, it's funny. Like, however you feel about that. Maybe I should be a comic, but that's neither here nor there. But guys, I want to tell y'all, today has been a beautiful day for me. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Like, I really been experiencing January the way that I needed to experience January. I think the thing that I'm really happy about is that these retrogrades are about to be over with. Okay. So let me get my calendar out so that way we can talk about it. I had to laugh because, man, today, guys, I was at work. Okay. And I was picking up my client and my client comes out and she's like, "Well, how come you were late?" And I was like, "Well, actually, I wasn't the person, that's supposed to be here for your appointment. I just got penciled in and I took you because I know how it feels. I used to be on that other side." And then she busts out and she starts yelling at me. Full throttle. Now, one part of me is like, did she just think that she gonna raise her voice at me and think I'm not gonna say nothing? But another part of me was like, listen, I don't pick this schedule. I just do what these people ask me to do. And that's it. The next thing I know is she's like, "So how far from here to there?" And talking about my other client. And I was like, "Well, according to HIPAA, I can't tell you her information. If she want to let you know, she can let you know, but I'm not telling you that information." The next thing I know is she gets upset, because some people don't know how to be a professional asshole. I do, but I mean, that's just me being real. But I'm telling her, and I was very proud of myself. It was more like I was more calm than anything. It was really scary. Like, if I could actually like replay how calm I was, I'd be like, "Ooh, baby, right there." I be shocked by myself, guys. I don't think y'all understand. I really be shocked. And it's like, why would you be shocked? I'm shocked for many reasons. If I don't cuss you out, like, not saying that I like cussing people out, if I know you're popping off at me and I don't pop off back, oh yeah, baby, I know I don't hit a different level. Okay. Like, period, point blank. I done hit a different level in spirituality. Okay. Cause I went through people say stuff to me. I used to not say nothing back until I get really frustrated. It's kind of like a boiling of hot water. Like, I'm put this water on the stove and I just put it on there, just let it boil. And then all of a sudden all the water comes out because now I'm super mad. Okay. That's how it used to be. Like, you had to keep going for me to say something. Then it's like, I came into spirituality. It was like, oh no, I got to speak up for myself how I do everybody else. And so once I start doing that, people's eyeballs was amazed. Like, what? Like, come on, stop acting like you didn't know I had this in me. Like, yes, I can hit a switch and you would be like, "I didn't even know that this person even exists. This person always exists." The problem is that me and this person have collided into one, and we don't want to be angry at anyone. But if you try me, you know what the song says. She said, try me, gonna mess around, make me catch your body. And I ain't playing with nobody. Yeah, see, that's kind of me. Like, I'm not playing with you. Like, go play with somebody else. What you ain't gonna do is just sit here and disrespect me not say nothing. You might be used to the old me not saying nothing, but the new me, I always wanted to say something back then. So people gotta understand something. I always wanted to say something back then, but now I'm definitely saying something to you. So it's kind of like, I ain't even argue with her. And so when I dropped her off, my other client who I was telling, she's like, you know what? I want to thank you. And I was like, what's up? Why? She said, because most people wouldn't have did that. They would have told my business, everything else. And she's like, but yet you sat here and told her that you wasn't going to do that. You was like, you either getting in this car or you not. Like, what's going on? I'm not about to sit up here and argue with you. Like, what you want to do? But you keep asking me questions and you asking me questions different ways. Like, I'm going to give you this answer and I'm still not going to give you this answer. And I don't want to tell someone else's business because I know how it feels for my business to get told and nobody asked me. So why would I do that? And just because you're yelling at me does not mean I have to yell at you. I don't have to return the same energy you give to me. Okay. Some people will tell you if they send you an energy, send it right back. Baby. I'm here to tell you, stop doing that. You know how much energy it takes for me to send back the same energy you sent me? It takes a lot. So what I won't do is do that. You know what I do now? You're right. And I still say what I got to say, but in a very calm voice. And it's like, I was really amazed. I was like, yeah, Mars retrograde is coming out. Thank you. Thank you to all the gods and the goddesses, the universe, Mother Earth. Like, thanks to everybody who helped this go on. I was like, this retrograde went on for too long. Okay. Like too long. And the most thing that I can say about this Mars retrograde is that it really showed me a few things on how I get mad, where I need to tighten up at, where I don't, and where some of my aggression goes to, and different things like that. But with this Mars, it's over on January 11th, okay? The Mars retrograde. This Wednesday, to be exact. I cannot wait. And I've been feeling this energy, and then we got one more week of Mercury and Capricorn. Okay, now pay attention, people. I want y'all to pay close attention and don't say I didn't tell you so. This Mercury retrograde, remember what I told y'all what the Mercury retrograde was about, but y'all also have to play in position. Mars was retrograde in Gemini. Now watch once Mars starts to start its car up. You know what I'm saying? It's got to warm up because it's cold outside. Okay? Watch everything. If you know that during this Mars retrograde, you've been doing everything you need to be doing. Hey, you've been like working with your aggression. You've been actually like working with the energy, even though it was hot starting out in that Mars retrograde. Like, yeah, I done spazzed out on a few people. I'm honest about my stuff. But I did a lot better than what I usually do. And when I say that, I really mean that. It's more like I really learned how to control. I remember that once I go like madman, there's no getting this Hulk out. This Hulk's just out. Just period, point blank. But I actually learned how to control. And so it helped me figure out the things that I needed to work on when it comes towards my aggression, how I needed to apply action, and also about my voice, because it was Mars retrograding in Gemini. And I keep telling people when Mars is retrograding in Gemini, it's like God and karma. So it was like, communicating different things and just sometimes people feel like sometimes spirit doesn't show up for them or it's not working fast enough. Like, bro, you got to give things a chance. I remember talking to a person before Mars retrograde happened, and I knew that something was going to happen on like the 17th. I will never forget it. And sure enough, I said to the lady, I'm not going to lie to you. She's like, what's up? I said, this was the dumbest thing you could have did during Mars retrograde with Gemini. You could have did this with Mars and Aries, but you chose Mars with Gemini. Baby, you gonna see. And so I was like, because sometimes some people be on your path to save you. So imagining the universe sending someone to save you and you hurt them. Guys, that karma and that fate is too much. People don't like that feeling. They don't like to feel that. And so I always am a true, firm believer. Believe me when I say certain planets don't mess around when they're in certain signs. Mars and Gemini, baby, I'm gonna walk away. You feel me? Like, what else sign I'll be like, when that Mars be in Aries, I be feeling that hard. When it's in Aries, boy, and it, that Mars in Aries, baby. Or Mars in Scorpio? Yeah, that Mars in Scorpio. I'll holler at you a different day. But guys, like, y'all gonna see karma coming back hitting people. Now you gotta understand there's always a shadow phase. So that means the car gotta warm up. That means it's gonna be warming up. It's gonna give you a taste. As soon as it come out of retrograde, it's gonna give you a taste of what's gonna happen. Boom! Then it's gonna speed on up. I keep telling people, I was like, I don't know what some people are doing. I don't know what you're doing. If you did anything, take it back. If you know it wasn't right, apologize. I remember like I was going off, like, and it was like I couldn't really be mad at someone, but I could. I wanted to choke slam somebody, but what purpose would that solve? You get what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand that, because even though they feel like you about love and light, they act like you ain't got no dark side. Like, I'm about that action. I'm spiritual gangster. I'm about that action. The whole thing is, don't try me, I won't try you. I don't want to try nobody. I don't want to fight you. It's too much going on to fight you. There's no money in that. If we're fighting for some money, then maybe that's possible. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to fight you over no money, because then what image am I projecting out? But these are the thoughts that go on in my head sometimes. Like, hey, you might have popped off so bad at me to the point where I'm kind of like, let's fight. And when I say let's fight, and y'all know when black women, when we say let's fight and we move them hands, them fingers with that thumb, you know what I'm talking about. That'd be like, y'all see it, right? That means checkmate. Checkmate. If somebody asks you a question, especially a black woman, they ask you a question, I'm sorry, I got to snitch on this, but we ask you a question and we move our fingers with our thumb and we just sitting there like, yeah, so let me ask you this question. You know what that is? That is us. No lie and no cap. That is us communicating to you. People don't understand what I'm talking about. We already know. We just waiting for you to answer. We already got our mind made up, but we actually kind of really already know. So when we doing that, that means like you just try me. And I told you, black woman, we already know. So if me, I say, well, let's fight. And I do that, that means that there's no way that you win. And I'm just saying that. Like, I'm just throwing it out there, but I'm ready. So it's kind of like, oh, whatever, you want to take me there, let's go. Like, I don't know what you're trying to do, but if you're trying to take me up a mountain, I'll drag you up myself. And, you know, we tango. But I'm not finna get down like that, guys. Like, a lot of people don't understand. Like, I don't have time to be sitting up there getting angry, fighting people, all of that. If I know you're trying to provoke me, I'm going to let you provoke yourself even more. If I know you come up to me, you want to fight, and I don't want to fight, I'm going to try to let you fight yourself, because I'm not going to fight you. I don't have time for that. There's no money in fighting anyone. I don't gain anything. I'm a diehard feminist. So if I hit you, I really hurt, because it's like hitting myself. You are a part of Mother Earth. Why would I hit you? And it's like, at some point as women, if we can't communicate, then what are we doing? Even men, like, why are y'all fighting each other? If anything, y'all should be fighting the enemy. So you fighting each other, that's kind of stupid. That's like, why don't you just leave this person alone? You feel me? I don't know who this is for. Tina. But listen, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay. And I just want to let y'all know this aggression with this Mars retrograding, like, yeah, people were snapping out. Like, Gemini, that means there's two sides to that. Imagine somebody living with Mars and Gemini. That means, man, they got two sides how they flip out. Two complete different sides. You do not know when they're going to switch. It's like two twins. Two people who have two different aggressions. Imagine that. And Gemini is an air sign. So that's like communication. So that means, like, when they get mad and they start snapping off, like, yeah, that means that, yeah, they mouth sharp. But if you want to apply that to the physical part of Mars, like, yeah, that means, baby, you ain't just fighting one person in one person's body. You fighting like two, maybe even four people, like, at one time. So you really, if you were one entity, you got your Mars and, like, an Aries, like, yeah, baby, as an Aries, you gonna be ready to take on war, but going on a war like that, like, man, you gotta, I ain't about to go there with you, bro. And that's how I be feeling about it. But guys, yes, it's almost over with. But I only knew that it was almost over with. I wasn't even paying attention to the date. It's the fact that I actually took the time out before, because I know that she was angry when she walked up to the car. And it's like, oh my gosh, baby, this is the love card. If you ain't about love, you cannot get in here. And when she got in the car, it was more like, it's like she wanted a reaction out of me. And if I can feel that you want a reaction out of me because you want to argue with me, I'm not going to give you that. And that's basically what I'm saying. So before I even responded back to her, someone in me was like, how are you going to react? And I took a deep breath and I said, listen, I can't do anything. I'm only here to help you get to where you need to go. And I'm only here to do a job. I asked exactly what I need to do. If it was my choice, I would say that y'all ride with her and y'all go and I'll drop y'all off last, and then you could be dropped off that way. But instead, you had a whole attitude. You feel me? Like, I don't know where I'm at. I'm not from here. So you're asking me how far this is, how far that is. I'm going to give you the same answer. What do you want me to know? I'm not from this area. I can't give you this information. So you know this information, but I don't. And what I learned is to, like, really let people sit with their behavior that they do. I'm not responsible for how you treat me. I'm only responsible for how I react. And so today, when I reacted with, like, pure love and talked to her, like, and was very nice, didn't yell at her, not one time, even though she was full blown yelling at me, and the part of me, like, wanted to be like, chill out. Let me chin check you real quick. Or let me choke you real quick. Like, something going on. Like, you need to calm down. Get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you want to do? Like, but at the end of the day, I think the main thing that I realized is that sometimes you can't give people what they want. And not to be biased towards a certain color, but some white people know what I'm talking about, because I have white friends. They know exactly what I'm talking about. Some white people want to see you react. They want to see you react like an ignorant black person. They want to see you react like how they feel black people react. So they'll say anything to you to get a reaction out of you. And I remember this as a child growing up, and I went to school with white people. I remember this white girl used to always call me a nigger, and she'd be like, nigger, 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 nigger. And I'm like, that don't even faze me. You got to say something deeper than that. And then I'll come with but you calling me this, what does that mean about you? Because I'm rubber, you glue, anything you say to me bounces off me and sticks to you. Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that joke? Whatever you say to me bounces off me and sticks to you like glue. So when they used to say that to me, when some white people used to say that to me, I used to give that same response. And they used to be so mad. And I remember in Lincoln Heights, if you ever live in Lincoln Heights and you know where Love Court is, then you know what I'm talking about. I used to play kickball down there. But on the next court over, they had like a little summer camp. And I was with my grandma. And we went to summer camp. And this lady taught us, she said, listen, some white people always they're going to do things to provoke you. Like at all costs. If the police come, put your hands up. Don't give them any reason to shoot you at all. Like, don't react the way they want you to react. They might be getting smart aleck with you, saying crazy stuff, but don't react the same way that they react to you. It's important that you don't do that, because then you give them rights. You give people rights to say, I got this person mad. You prove me right. When technically this is not your behavior. It's something that they want to see a reaction out of you. Some people are very disrespectful, but some people ain't. And what I've learned, even with her telling me that, is like, when some of the white kids used to call me that, I used to not be mad. So like when some black people around me, they be mad if they hear a white person say, oh, you nigger, like, depending on how they say it. Feel me? If they just whisper it, man, they cornball. If you said it with everything in your body, and you don't put your finger up, yeah, you meaning what you saying. So you need to be knocked out. But at the level that I'm on now, I wouldn't even hit nobody or knock anybody out. You know what I'll do? I'll be like, and so if I'm a nigger, and however you feel about yourself, however you feel about me is really a reflection of how you feel about yourself. And you said basically niggers are ignorant. And that's the definition. So you don't think right now that you acting ignorant? I didn't even say nothing to you. And look at you over here talking about me, yelling, your face red. What you want me to do? And that's a lot of times what people need to be doing to these people who are Karens. You really make people reflect on what they said, and you reflect that back to them and show them this, the same thing that you're calling me. The only reason why you're calling me that is because this is how you feel in the inside. And it's like, I remember one day this dude was like, you're ugly. I was like, now you took your time out your day to tell a goddess that she's ugly. Well, how do you think that make you feel about you? Like, you don't think you ugly? At some point, you got to feel like you ugly. I mean, it was just a question I had to ask him. Like, I remember it was like, I was probably like 19. And I was asking people this stuff at 19. I was like, so you don't think that you ugly? Somebody in this world got to think you ugly. I really think that you feel like you ugly. So you go around, you start talking about women, whichever woman who don't accept you or whatever woman don't want to talk to you. Because I remember a lot of times the guys used to try to get my numbers, and I'd be like, nah, I'm cool. And they'd be like, oh, you dirty B, or, you know, different things like that. And it's like, why are you talking to a woman like that? Why would you try to get my number and I tell you no, and then you call me a bitch? Like, you know what I'm saying? I used to get called stuck up all the time. Like, oh, you don't never want to talk to nobody. I'm like, I just don't feel like, you know, like in general, like you match my stilo. So now you feel like I'm stuck up because I don't do the same things that y'all do. Even though I hang out with y'all, I just don't do the same things that y'all do. So now I'm stuck up because I don't want to sit up here and fight for no reason. If I'm going to fight, I want to fight for a reason. I don't want to just fight because you want to take off and you want to have a fight today because you're angry. You don't know how to really deal with your anger. So here you go fighting someone. And I should have to put up with that? No, I don't think so. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. I will never do that. I have never did that, bro. I've only had fights to protect people, protect myself. I don't target people. I don't target people in fighting. I don't target people's spirituality. I don't do anything to anyone that's harmful. People got to understand that. Like, I really have been about love and light. Even when I was really about that action, I really don't do harm to people. I can't. I just don't like it. I remember one time I had to do a hot girl moment. And I was with my stick girls. And I ain't really want to do it, but man, they was like, come on, man, you got to do it. Like, come on, just run. It's like, matter of fact, don't even do it. I just run. And so I was like, all right, I do that. So we just ran. And, but I never really target people. I'm not that type of person where I like to target people or anything. I love people too much, but guys, like, you got to understand the people that you're in front of and different things like that. Like, take the time out to really know you. Know how you get angry. Know where you need to work at with your anger. Like, is it like when you get mad here, do you go extremely mad there? Like, how many steps does it take for you to get upset? I'm a person like, yeah, you know when I'm upset, I got a trigger word. Ooh, if I hit that word, you probably got about one more word to say out your mouth. That's pretty bad. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to leave you alone. And y'all got to be careful about them people who don't like to get upset. They don't like to get mad or none of that. Because what they're doing, I remember one time, I'm going to keep this short and sweet with the story. I remember one time I was tired. And I was like, all right, I'm tired. I'm ready to go home. And I kept telling my family member, like, I'm tired. I'm ready to go home. My family member just kept drilling me. I'm like, listen, can we talk about this tomorrow? I'll be more than happy to talk with you about this tomorrow. We could go at any level. But right now, I'm tired. I done been up for at least 30 hours. I'm tired. I need rest. And this family member was not hearing it. Man, next thing I know, I spazzed out. And there goes my Mars. I mean, tapping in that Mars energy. Whew. Went in. Straight for the kill. Didn't play no games. Man, this family member was ready to fight. I was like, see, and I'm ready in. Go get whoever you want to go get. Matter of fact, call your daughter. She got a problem with it. She get knocked out too. But I was at that point, I done told you several times, I'm not feeling good. Can we do this tomorrow? I'm tired. I don't want to do this. I'm tired. And if a person keeps telling you, I don't want to do this, leave me alone, and you keep bothering them, they have every right to go however, whatever limit they want to. Some people be mad because they be like, you shouldn't have went that far. I told you I didn't want to go there. And I don't know if you've seen Anger Management. And that's the only thing I can think about. Like, I told you I didn't want to go there. And they were sitting in that circle. They was talking. He's like, I told you I didn't want to go there. But I told you I didn't want to. I did so many steps to protect you and to protect myself. Mainly you. Because I know my side. I know my dark side. It has no limit to where it would go. So, now you upset, you mad, and you want to call my mama. And I tell my mama, listen, I don't care what they got to say. I told you I was tired. And my mama, she know her kids. She said she was tired. You kept edging her on. What you want her to do? Not say nothing back. She got to protect herself some way, somehow. And so I always tell people, Man, if a person tell you they don't want to go there, and it's not because they don't, but they actually give you recourse. They say, I don't want to go there, but let's finish this conversation in the morning when I got enough rest. Because I don't want to talk with you and I ain't got enough rest, and I don't want to do that. And if I know that you're trying to trigger me or whatever, I'm like, I have to go home because I'm tired. And you're still bothering me. You can't be mad if I get mad at you. That's your own fault. I told you not to go there. I told you not to go there with me. And yet you still went there with me. So the only person I can blame for this action that's coming out of my mouth is you. But the thing I also notice is I'm only responsible for my half. Like, if I go in on you, I got to stand on that. Do I stand on how I went on? I kind of do. Because maybe I would have said the same thing to you, but I would have toned it up. But it's the fact that I told you I was going to sleep and you still bother me. And then I start going in on you. And it's like, my go in on you is different than other people go in on you. But I'm psychic. I'm hitting personal stuff. I'm attacking your heart at this point. Chip, 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 chip. Just like that. You'd be like, woo, man, I'm telling you, it's a little dangerous, baby. But that's me being real. That's me knowing myself, knowing my limitations. And I'm just trying to help y'all out through me. Like, I know my limitations. I know when I'm going to get upset. I tell people, like, listen, I'm going to walk away. I'm going to walk away because I'm just going to walk away. Or I might be talking to, a family member. Like, cause my brother do that. If me and him arguing or something and he don't like what I'm saying, I don't like what he's saying, instead of like us getting like real hot temper, he'd just be like, I'll call you back. I love you. I'm like, all right. But it didn't always used to be like that. If you know me and my brother, you ever witness us argue, yeah, it's a scene. But like now it's just like, I just really walk away from things and situations. Like, I really don't be on the same thing I used to be on anymore. And it's like, I never really was. It's just that some people will try you because you don't want to fight, they think you soft. I'm like, I never said I was soft. I never said I wouldn't fight. I just said I didn't want to. There's a difference. I never said I couldn't fight. I never said that I couldn't fight. The only thing I said is I didn't want to. Okay. And if a person is telling you they don't want to do something, you keep edging them on, of course they're going to be upset, because then it's like you're not listening to them. I remember one day, back in the day, I told this girl, like, I don't want to fight you. I just don't want to fight you. And she's like, oh, that's because you soft and this and that. And so her sisters was right there, and they was all trying to fight me. Next thing I know is my brother came up and he fought all of them. Like, none of y'all talking to my sister. Like, y'all want to fight my sister? My sister don't fight. Like, why are you trying to fight my sister when she don't fight? And then I got a whooping because I didn't fight, but my brother didn't. But my grandma funny. Shout out to my baby though. But it wasn't that I couldn't fight. And a lot of times people don't understand is, like, I used to fight all the time when I was like real little. And once I got to a certain age, like, my mom whooped me real bad. And I really stopped fighting after that. Like, I was like, nah, I was too afraid to get a whooping. It ain't even about fighting you. I ain't want to get that whooping from my mom, like, for fighting. My grandma's all down for fighting. My mom's, she's not really down for fighting. So I got a real bad whooping for that. And I just never did it no more. Like, I mean, I'm saying I never did it just to do it. And, or even when I was fighting that time that my mom gave me a whooping, that really scared me it wasn't my fault. I was just defending myself. But I was like, man, I don't even want to fight no more, because if I fight, I'm getting a whooping. If I don't fight, I'm still getting a whooping. But if I don't fight with my mom, I'm not getting whooping. And that's who I stayed with for real. But my grandma had us every summer. So it was like, like grandma was willing and down for it. But I was like, I just stay away from confrontation when people want to fight and different things like that. And me saying that to y'all is like, you got to know your battles and different things like that. Like, you as a woman shouldn't want to harm another woman. People already try to harm us. People already try to be like us. It's somewhat already hard for a woman. So why be hard on another woman? I just don't believe in that. So some people be thinking like, I'm a fighter and stuff like that, because I am, but I'm really not. Like, I really be chill, nonchalant. Like, I don't like all that. I really like to just be in an energy where I'm respected, I'm loved, and I'm happy. Some people don't get it, but I do, because I really care about that. I really care about me being happy. I really care about me being safe and everybody else being around me being safe too. But I'm not about to waste my time and fight you. Like, I don't gain nothing from that. Now, granted, there are situations, you get what I'm saying, but if I ain't got to, I ain't got to. That's the one thing that I learned, that the divine feminine energy, like, it moves on its own. You don't have to fight. It fights for you. So I really learned that. Like, I really learned, like, even as an Aries woman, we are natural born protectors. Aries people, they are fighters, and they win. I learned to fight a different way, and it works, and it always has. And so this is what God showed me. Like, it always has worked for you. And I can't really say it hasn't. Like, it really has. Like, I'll be like, I don't want to fight. And every time that I tell people, let's fight, let's go, it never went down. Not one time. Like, even when, like, one of my friends, she I guess she was hanging out with my bestie, and she's like, oh, your best friend Soft. My best friend was like, who Soft? Like, Keita's just like that. I remember hearing my best friend, she's like, Keita's just like that. Keita just don't like to fight. Keita's weighing out all her options. Like, okay, we get in a fight here. Do I got bond money? Do I got this? Do I got that? Like, what area are we in? Like, Keita's that person who's going to, like, weigh out our options to let us know if this is a good idea or a bad idea. But I'm not going to say that she's soft, because she definitely get down. But a lot of people, they consider, just because you willing to go out here and fight, like, a woman that shouldn't be out here fighting like that. You acting crazy. And I'm not saying that I can fight. Like, it's just, I just choose not to, because I'd rather just show you love or just walk away. At some point, like, is it worth it? At the end of the day, what do I gain? I don't gain no money. So why am I doing it? And that's how I look at stuff. But if I feel like it serves a divine purpose and I stand on it, yeah, we're going to have to shoot the ones. But I don't be on that now. Like, I ain't never been on that. Like, ever. Like, if you know me, name a fight that you seen me have. Like, that you actually witnessed. Not that you heard, seen, third party, that you actually witnessed. Not too many people can say they actually saw me fight. Ever. It's only a selective few. Like, it's the only thing I'm going to tell you. Like, it's a selective few. I don't do it all the time, but what I will tell y'all guys is that Mars, when it's in retrograde, it does kind of have people snapping out, depending on what planet Mars transitions in. It has people snapping out. And you just have to be prepared for that. Like, some people are angry. Like I tell my friend, you might be angry, but that doesn't give you an opportunity to turn around and be angry at me. I didn't do that to you. You need to direct your energy where it goes. And it don't go over here, it goes over there. And so these are the key things that I have learned about when it comes to spirituality, when Mars be retrograde, but just about my aggression. Like, I really learned I mastered me, guys, and I'm not going to lie to y'all, because technically I'm a guru now. But I really mastered myself at a very young age. And so that's the reason why I'm content and I be chilling for real. I'm just chilling right now. People don't understand that. I'm like, I already elevated. I've been elevated up the scale when I was young. But now that I'm a little bit younger, older, I see things clear then. Now it's there. It's not even crystal. It's just there. You can see it's there. Like, it's like, oh, I don't know if this piece of paper there. This piece of paper there, and I can tell you what it says. It's more than crystal clear because the paper's here. You can say whatever, like, oh, I think it's a paper there. I actually see the paper in the words. So the main thing I want to make sure that y'all know and y'all understand is that pay attention. Because if you've done anything wrong, it's going to come back to you. If you start noticing different things about different people, let them deal with their own karma. Do you notice that people's been doing things to people and you start noticing that somebody's life's getting bad? That means for you to stop helping them because maybe that's their karma right now. You don't know what people do on their own time off. Like, no jokes, no lie. You don't know what people do on their time off when they're away from you. So you don't know what kind of karma they got going on. So pay attention, guys. This Mars and this Mercury retrograde, they're coming out around the same time. So we got January what did I just look at? January the 11th. This Wednesday is the Mars retrograde coming out. Remember, it has to speed up. It has to start up. I'm giving y'all a visual. It's how retrograde works. It's like it's putting its key in and now it's starting up. Okay. And then it's getting all that stuff out of there, getting ready to go. As soon as the planet take off and it starts spinning at full speed, yeah, you're going to see. You're going to see anybody who did wrong, use their aggression to get off on other people. Yeah, you're going to see. And then January the 18th, we got Mercury retrograde coming out. Capricorn, and I cannot wait. I don't think y'all understand how much I can't wait because this Mars in Gemini kind of was like a early Mercury retrograde, and people don't understand it. It kind of really was because Mercury's all about communication. Gemini is an air sign, and it's ruled by Mercury. So then you have after that Uranus coming out, and 2 weeks after that. So guys, get ready for those strange, unusual things to come out. Okay. So it's also in Taurus. So it's like loving information. Like I'm gonna see how it transit and I'm gonna come on here and talk about Uranus and Taurus retrograde and what it means and different things like that. So I'm just tapping in with y'all, seeing what's going on with y'all, and just sending y'all love and light and trying to let y'all know what's going on about aggression, I guess. This is what this topic is about. It's about aggression and about how to control it, about how to understand it, how to be at one and be at peace with you, but to really actually honor yourself. Like, I'm telling y'all, today I felt really happy by not arguing back with that lady, by not yelling my voice, by not like raising my voice, but not yelling back at her. Just being at peace with her, but speaking my truth and being like, I can't do nothing else other than what I'm doing right now. And this is what you're going to have to take. And it's okay. And I felt good. And to actually hear someone thank me for like how I talked to her and different things like that. And to actually hear somebody say, I wouldn't have talked to her like that. I was like, because she act like a child, but she's like, I would have, went off on her. And I was going to start yelling at her for you, but you kind of really, you did that. And I'm really proud of myself, guys. Like, I don't think y'all understand. Let me clap for me. Shout out to the goddess Nikita for always being her guru self, for always working with the energies and seeing how she can be better. Because that one was a good one. And I love me. And shout out to Pretty Radiant T because she was chilling. She like, man, she don't even deserve no energy. She's like, She's just mad about something else. She got it. So I just want to tell y'all, stop the violence. Women, stop fighting each other, because that ain't lady. 2 is, guys, like, you don't always have to resort to violence to get your point across. You can just communicate, talk. Some people can hear you. They can hear you now. If you don't think you could be heard, first you have to hear yourself, and then outside of yourself will start reflecting. You will start being heard once you accept yourself. So that's all I got to say. Sending y'all love and light. Thanks for tuning in with the Pretty Red Intention.